All right, degenerates. Hopefully, you guys are doing good because I feel like shit. Nah, I don't. Allegedly, I kind of do. I'm kind of under the weather, I think, but we'll see what happens. Thank you for joining us. Today's first was Come Out in PLA. Shout out to Come Out in PLA. Moose 47. Que onda, güey? Nada, güey. Just chilling, drinking Red Bulls. Guns, Kurt, Goonbeam, Vanessa Kitty. We got a couple people. Thank you guys. Now, for the guest you guys been waiting for. If you guys don't know who this person is, once again, you're gonna live under a rock with Squidward or something. The homie Zack Gerber. I've been seeing his stuff for a while. I believe we've been following each other for a while also. And I want you guys to hear his amazing story, how he ended up getting into the 3D community, um, and what he does now. Like, what does he do? Does he just print bike parks? Does he also print two-way stuff? Who knows? Who knows? Let's talk to him. Let's find out. What's up, bro? How you doing? Thank
I'm
you for
doing well, man. How are you?
good, bro. Thank you for being here. I know we were talking backstage, bro, and we were getting all into it already. But for the people that don't know you, all your stuff is tagged down below. But let them know who you are, what you do, and how they could find you.
Man, it's been a long time since this is kind of cool because most times I do like podcasts and they're like it's BMX stuff. So everyone's like, so how long have you been riding? You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like people know me in the industry, so it's like, this is super sick to do something outside my element and reintroduce
Yeah.
myself, I guess. Well, I would say I'm a former professional BMX rider. I still ride it all the time. I just put out a new DVD. Maybe it'll be online in a few months or something. You'll see clips of it periodically. In 2018, I was nominated as one of the best video parts of the year, top 5 in the world. I'm a paid professional rider. I got to ride Dew Tour and major events like that with like people like Dave Mira and stuff. And yeah, this has been like 2+ decades of my life riding a 20-inch children's bicycle. And somehow or another, I ended up with a 3D printer making 2A stuff in my basement.
All right, bro.
So that's why we're here, I guess.
Yeah. So I kind of want to talk about something we were talking backstage, where we were saying how once you came into the community, you started noticing that there's a lot of people that actually kind of grew up in the same time or era that you did, with either biking, skateboarding, aggressive inline, whatever it was. Right? It was. I think it was around the times that all those three sports were like our babysitters, right? Because I think a lot of us grew up in that time where our parents both worked. They gave us
Yeah.
a key and they said, "Be safe. I'm gonna be back at this time." Or and then the summer came, they said, "Get out of the house, come back at this time." And like we just took care of ourselves, bro. Like that's all we did. We would just go like
Yeah, man. Definitely like preteen, like late 90s,
yeah,
getting a BMX bicycle, hung out with my friends who were like skateboarders, inline, aggressive inline, all that shit that was going on. Like,
yeah.
yeah, man, like couldn't wait for the bell to ring so you could go ride your bikes, hang out with your friends. Essentially, just like this was a time before there were even skate parks. You just had like spots to hit and you just like hang out, shit talk. And I mean, that's why shit, this community is very much the same, man. The whole like we talk shit thing is one of my favorite things. But I love that, dude. I love that. But yeah, man, it's sick how many people like whether they come from like whether it's an interest, a hobby, friends they had, even like the graffiti tattoo culture, all that kind of like blends
Interpersonal.
together in
Yeah,
that time period where we all grew up with the whole, fuck you, I won't do what you tell me culture. And as we've aged and progressed, I guess that's kind of why we're here. At least a lot of us, I don't know, it's just sick to see a bunch of like skateboarders and other enthusiasts who are like, damn, dude, you like, like I said, Middleton doing shit like sitting primo in a fucking
on his
Instagram story. Like, it's like, holy shit, the other people doing like 360 flips and shit, like
with the gun.
360 pop shove it, like holding 2 fucking guns and shit. Like, I was like, damn, dude, this is sick. Like, so yeah, it's crazy.
Bro, I still got a rail in the back of my house. Like I think it's a flat rail. So you
Yeah.
I still got a flat rail back there. I haven't even gotten rid of it because I guess it still has like a bunch of emotional value.
Yeah, man. It's for real, man. When I like started like getting into this, because before like it was just essentially like I seen the Popular Front Jay Stark interview.
Yeah,
But then once I started to see the community, and holy shit, like there's a lot more people in the community than I can even almost like keep up with. There's so many people doing so much cool shit. It's like I'm like, holy shit, somebody shares this. This guy has this idea. It's like, holy shit. So yeah, it's pretty sick. I like that, like the community shit.
yeah.
You know?
So let's talk a little bit about you were first a BMXer, right? All of a sudden, you said you saw that popular opinion article in or podcast uh,
Yeah.
with Jay
Popular
Stark.
Front.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the Popular Front, right?
Yep.
When you saw that, that's when you saw what Jay Stark was talking about and what he was doing. That's when you like said, "Damn, I need to be doing this too," or how did that went?
Well, okay, so my entire processy of that came from just podcasts I was listening to, friends I was with and working for at the time. I was actually doing like bicycle stunt shows at the time, like traveling around the United States. Dude, I got to do like a NBA show at a Bulls game, which
Damn.
was super crazy. I got to announce and shit, like spotlights on me. My friends are jumping a box jump. They jumped over Benny the Bull and shit. So my friend who owned that company, Jason Purrs, aka Dorito in the BMX world,
Yeah,
he was already doing like TED Talks. He did a podcast actually with Pete Quinernez, who has like a podcast show. Pete had Jay Stark on his podcast a few times, and I'd heard it previously.
yeah.
But yeah, man, when I seen that Popular Front, YouTube video, it's been like a year. It's like the year anniversary just yesterday. But I don't know. I was like, holy shit, what this dude is saying is real as fuck.
Yeah,
And I was like, I need to learn about this. I need to. So yeah, that's like what lit the spark under my ass to dig into this rabbit hole, I guess you'd say.
okay. And then when you got your first printer, bro, like, what was the first thing you printed, or did you have anything in mind already? Well, or how
Uh,
was that day? How did that day make you feel?
so obviously, aside from like test prints, you know how they come with your
Yeah,
pre-existing, like the cat, the dog on it.
yeah, the cat
The
and the dog.
the third print right off the rip, I had a Polymaker Light. I don't know which one it was for sure. And yeah, I definitely made a Free Men Don't Ask 26 frame. First thing I made. I still have it to this day. I've actually never shot it, but that was like, and I was just like, yo, this is so sick. And then I like downloaded the PDF for the FGC and I was like, oh God, I'm in way over my head.
For reals, bro. Somebody's asking, bro, when was the moment that SAG became based? Like, when did you know that BMX was gonna be forever, bro? Like, because I know when we were younger, everybody was always talking about getting that sponsorship. Then you get your sponsorship, and you're just getting a bunch of free boards and grip tape, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when did you realize, like, wait, I can make money in this?
I mean, I was a paid professional. That's actually how I ended up here in like Central Ohio. I moved here for a company I was riding for because they had a distro here. And I mean, that was a pretty crazy time period of my life, dude. Like, imagine just getting paid to ride a bike. You don't have any real set schedules. You just wake up with that whenever. Everyone just like lives in your apartment, your friends, and you're just like shit bags. That's all you do is just do like dumb shit, and occasionally like, yo, I gotta like film a clip or something. So let's go do something. Hooking
Okay.
all your homies up with parts and shit. Like, I don't know. It was pretty sick. It was awesome. Like getting to ride like the Mountain Dew series, riding like Dew Tour and stuff, like getting to compete with people like Dave Mira, like that's pretty insane. Making money, dude. Like I bought a Volkswagen Jetta and like
Yeah.
cash. Like I never made like anything crazy money, but just like if somebody hands you money, like thousands of dollars for like 2 minutes of riding a 20-inch kid's bicycle, it's pretty ridiculous already. So
And then being like, and then having that age that you're at, right? Like, did you ever plan on anything? Did you ever realize like, shit, I need to start kind of like figuring out what I'm gonna do as I get older, or you're still able to ride as when you were younger?
Shit, man. No, I never really like set up or planned or did anything. Like I never put all my proverbial eggs in one basket as some pro riders do, and like they have a house and car payments and shit. Like
Yeah.
I still worked and did other things. I went to college. I actually admittedly threw away like a wrestling scholarship,
Oh, shit, bro.
quit and travel and do shows, but I eventually went back and went into financial debt for no reason apparently. But then I ended up just learning like carpentry, and then carpentry led into like, house renovations, then doing construction. Then I don't know, like I'm a jack of all trades. Like that's kind of like what I like to do. I don't necessarily have well, this is what I'm going to do with the rest of my life. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like
Huh.
I like waking up and I'm like, all right, shit, I gotta make some money. What can I do? Who needs a car
Yeah.
fix? Who needs welding? Who needs, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you're just hustling, like,
Yeah,
you need to do what you like, and you're doing it because you're able, because you're proving to yourself, like, "I could do whatever the fuck I want if I really wanted to," right?
yeah.
Uh,
I think
understand
that's why printing like comes in like so hard, because like that as a DIYer, and I love learning things. You know what I mean? Like whether it's running like shit, man. When I was working construction, a dude like didn't show up to work because he was too hungover, and they needed something bulldozed. I
that
don't know
fool
how to
was
operate a
Mexican, huh?
bulldozer. I'll do it. Shit.
That
Like
fool was
just having that opportunity to learn shit. I love learning shit. Like no matter what it is, like just for that experience to learn it and be like, okay, I know this, I can do this.
I
Like
think
I think that's sick. So
think
that's my
people
career plan is to
yeah,
learn shit.
I think people don't understand that, bro, like, there's very few people that understand what you're saying. You're just going with the flow of life, and whatever comes your way, but at the same time, you're leaving with abundance of knowledge because now you could do a bunch of shit, bro. Like, I think that's that's the best way to really enjoy life, right? Like people like to plan ahead, and I'm not saying planning ahead is not bad.
Yeah.
Go ahead, plan your life. If that works for you, it works for you. But for certain people, especially I think a lot of people that grew up around the '90s, right? We want a lot of freedom, and more than anything, we just want somebody saying, "Hey, man, you did a good job," which
Oh
is
yeah.
weird.
Amen to that, dude. Like I don't know, I'm not trying to get all astrological, but like I'm a Virgo Libra cusp here. So I like educating. I like doing that shit. You know what I mean? Like when I get an opportunity to like shit today, one of my individuals who I work with, he's a small business owner and he
Yeah,
does like hardscape landscape. He was out and one of his machines got a flat tire and he's like, yo, I need your help moving it. And I'm like, yo, I got this. And I showed up and like plugged his tire for him, filled it with air. And he's like, damn, man, like that was sick. Like just being able to come in on the clutch and do shit for people.
yeah, and they don't
Like
even expect it.
so it's like, oh, I made some money. Plus I helped somebody out and their day went way better and they got shit done. And that makes me feel good. So
Yeah, I think that's what matters most, especially at these times, right? Somebody was saying that if somebody said they watched your stuff, bro. I watched Zach's dance comp videos back in the day.
now
This
I
is
know Dan's comp. That's Albies. Albies, you know
cool,
what's good? Dan's comp and Albies. Those are like oil and water.
and you sent me some stuff that I was watching, and the favorite one that I like. That's why I used that Tupac song, right?
Yeah.
Because you were doing a flip, uh, on Tupac's high school, right, in Maryland.
Yes, sir. Yeah, that was my actual ender to that video was like double peg front flip. That's kind of like what I'm known for in the BMX thing was doing like front flips over like dangerously stupid shit.
Yeah,
That's
bro.
kind of like I don't know, it's like my trick, I guess you'd say.
Yeah,
So
I remember seeing that, and you just kept going and going and going, bro, and you didn't give up, like, and then you landed it. You know what I
oh
mean?
yeah, I'm not talented. I'm just stubborn.
Yeah, it's the facts, bro. People don't understand that. Like, we're a lot of times, like me, I do things because I feel like if somebody tells me you can't do that, bro, I'm gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. Even
Dude,
if
that
I
plays
feel
back
like
to the
I'm gonna
that's the
keep.
culture in you, man. That's like where we grew up in was just like in
Yeah,
a constant challenge. Like whether it was like I'm the youngest of like three other siblings. So like I constantly grew up in that, oh yeah, fuck you. I'll show
Yeah.
you. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Our community around us, our friends were our like brothers, you know what I mean? They're all giving you shit, dogging you, and you're like, yo, no, I got this. Oh no, man, I don't know if you can do this rail, dude. It's like, no, fuck you, I'll show you. I got this shit.
It was always upping one, right? Like everybody was upping each other by one scale more. So
Yeah.
somebody would do the craziest shit. I mean that, and that was fun, bro. But I don't know why people can't do that anymore. It's
Ah, man. I mean, we could get into a whole lot of shit. That's why, like, yo, BMX and stuff, even with like my culture and my experience with BMX, things have changed so drastically in that
yeah,
culture, that sport. Now it's like an Olympic sport. So it's got like this, I don't know, you lose personality when you like sell out to become a sport. You know what I mean? You got to like,
yeah,
everybody's got to chill, don't have aggressive personality types. And then I'm like the opposite, for better or for worse. I'm like, all right, if you guys are going to be chill, then I'm going to be like, I'm going to be way worse. I'm going to be super aggressive. I'm going to say whatever the fuck I want. And I'm going to start 3D printing parts and putting files online for people to download for free so they can get this stuff that the industry can't make, but you can make yourself if you have a 3D printer.
Okay, so
And
let me interrupt you right there, and let's talk about that. Let's talk about why did you decide to start doing a lot of projects for the BMX community with your 3D printer? And I'm gonna show your. I think you have a thingiverse, huh? I'm gonna show your thing.
yeah, I got a little thingiverse. I started doing some stuff on Odyssey too. I got to get on that. I'm just like super busy. I admit I'm slacking. This winter is definitely going to be like my
Your
time
chill.
to like focus and get more things done and start creating more.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, it was just, well, number one, there's so much information out there that the gun community has put out as far as like all your Cura settings, filament to use, testing, like all the different, we all know the, millions of different PLAs, the PETGs, the CF nylon, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that was the base for, okay, these guys have done like all the work. Now, I wonder if I can make bike parts out of it. Is it like, okay, it's strong enough for a Glock frame? Is it
Correct.
strong enough for bikes doing drops, doing grinds, doing, and I kind of started experimenting with it, as well as like learning how to do CAD at the same time, using Fusion 360, learning how to do stuff. And yeah, man, that pedal specifically that I created with like the, the one side's like a normal pedal top and the
Yeah.
one has like a flat surface on the bottom to do grinds.
Hold on.
That's been a concept in the BMX industry for,
This one right
I don't
here.
know, since I started riding back in the, like, people used to cut skateboard decks and like screw them to their pedals so their shit wouldn't get ruined. That
Okay.
idea has been around for like 2 decades, I swear.
This
And the
one.
industry hasn't been able to create it due to limited manufacturing means.
This one right here, bro.
Yes, sir, that's it. They
Damn.
haven't been able to create a pedal like that because they're doing traditional injection molding, and they're very limited with like designs that they can do and expense and everything that else that goes into like, working with Taiwan, doing something, minimum order, the mold, blah, 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 how much you have to pay to get that done. And then shit, I came along and was like, I know how to do Fusion 360, and I made that. And shit, now this is like, yeah, I've been like selling them to people. I got people like, when I first came out with them, doing like the whole, like, I love the concept of you're doing alpha, beta testing and then you do a public release when they're like, everybody's tested them, made sure they fit, made sure they work. Like, I don't know, man, it's pretty sick. I admit I totally am riding the coattails of the 3D 2A community with bike parts. I fully admit that.
Bro, that's dope. So then when you realize, wait a minute, I could actually do guns, but I could actually do stuff that the community can't do because of what you said, right? The molding,
Yeah.
finding the person to do it, or not having to mess with China or Taiwan, whoever, right?
Yep.
Um, keeping everything in house, bro. Like, how much power did you gain from that? Did like a light
Oh,
bulb go off your head, and you're like, yes, if I could do this, I could do anything. You know what I mean?
man. Yeah, you should totally see all the shit like on some of my posts, because some people got super super pissed off. People in the industry who work for companies. Other people had the inverse reaction too. So it was kind of
Yeah.
weird to see. Some people were like, fuck you, you're destroying the industry. Like, how dare you just release this for free? Like, and then other people, like from companies, were like, yo, this idea is sick. We would like to send you some component parts to work with you so you can make these. So it's super crazy to see how, like, you know what I mean? How they go from one side to the other extreme as far as like people supporting it or absolutely hating it.
That's facts, bro. Shout out to the homie Printer 2A. He's in the house. All right, bro. So then what got my attention was that I have been seeing you print stuff here and there, but you just printed an FGC 9, bro, that is very nicely done. Like it's clear. I
Yeah.
think you called it the ghost or something, right?
Yeah,
How did
yeah, it's
how did you
my
think of
Halloween
doing that?
themed
Yeah.
FGC, yeah.
Could
It's out of
you
a
have it around you?
inland PLA plus, or tough, excuse me, but it's just like the natural plastic. It doesn't have any like the pigment in it to add color or anything. I don't know, man. I just go into like Micro Center and I'm like, what colors are cool? I just grab and I was like, I've never seen this shit before. This is pretty tight.
Yeah.
So that's usually what I think that's all I'm going to do, man. I really like the FGCs. I'm seeing how fast I can produce them as well. That's like my thing. I'm just like printing them, building another one, getting it to cycle and function properly. Okay, another color. Like,
How many do you have, if I could ask?
as far as functioning,
Yeah.
uh, I have just two right now, but I
Okay.
have a
Yeah.
lot of other parts, and I
Yeah.
plan on just doing like different. I have a different way of doing the firing pin
Okay.
than what's in the PDF, and I can weld the bolt and do all that stuff. But I think once a month, I'm just gonna print and have one and build one. I think that's just gonna be my goal. I want every color of the rainbow. I think.
That would be dope, bro. That would be
Yeah, right. Oh
yeah.
shit, man! I'll get it done by was it June? I'll get I'll get the rainbow flag out there, just flying across the front of the house.
But with a bunch of FGC 9s, huh? That'll be amazing.
Oh, dude. Oh, it'd be so sick though. It'd be
Okay,
so sick.
I have another question for you. Once you went and started doing the DMX parts, what was your next phase, bro? Like, because I know you're saying the community kind of didn't take it well, right? Like certain people probably were pressed about it, or were like, "How the hell is he doing this so fast?" And
Yeah.
and he doesn't have that as much capital to spend as we do, right? I'm pretty sure that was like the biggest haters you got.
Yeah, that's like so anybody looking to start a company in BMX especially, like there's very few American made companies, and especially when it comes to plastic components, all plastic components come from Taiwan. So if you're looking to break into that industry with your own company, you're going to have to pay, to have a mold created for your pedal, which costs, $7,000 to $10,000. Then you're going to have a minimum part order of like, at least 2,000, and then you're going to have all that shit on your shoulders to sell and make money. And in an industry that's so niche and so small, that's kind of challenging to do. So 3D printing has allowed me as an individual and others to just make cool shit, customize shit, put their friends' logos on stuff, make stuff for their little crew of homies. Something that, dude, I would have loved I mean, shit, dude, I'd be pushing people out of the way if it was like, if I'm in shop class and we got a 3D printer, I'd be like, yo, I'm making some, let's put our homies' logo on this shit for my friends. Like I would have loved that shit. And it's super sick. Here in America, it's kind of it's not as common as around the world, dude. I have so many other people from other countries. It's super crazy seeing people from like I have friends from like Russia, and because of the embargo, they can't get BMX parts. And they're like, yo, because of you, we're like able to print stuff and keep riding.
Holy
Like
smack.
super insane shit like that.
Yeah, I got in people like that, bro. Especially shout out to my German homie. That fool always calling me, saying how many FGC 9s he has, bro. For reals, like, I'm not saying no names or nothing like that, but he knows who
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
that fool loves FGC 9s, bro. Like
That's so
and
sick, dude. It's
he's in German, so he's
yeah.
he's just fighting that good fight, bro. He's talking about freedom. He said everything that I'm seeing happen in the US at this moment with gun control happened in Germany before we got the worst gun control we've ever had in a while. So he said the
Oh
same
yeah,
stuff that's
it's
going on right now with you guys. That's why it's so amazing to 3D print, bro. Like you're helping people in Russia get out there and have fun, bro. Like that's what people need to understand. Like when you're able to either ride, put on those blades, just go out for like an hour, 2 hours. You're free, bro. Like you're not worrying about paying no bills. You don't worry how much money's in your pocket. You don't worry
dude.
about your lady that just cheated on you with your best friend. Allegedly, I
Yo, it's
don't know
fucking
the person,
therapy, dude.
but yeah,
It's fucking therapy. Like for real. Like you cannot be fucking worrying about some shit in your personal life when you're about to hit a fucking handrail because you will die. You will just
yeah,
fucking get physically hurt. You have to focus on what you're doing, man. The blood flow, everything, you know what I mean? The physical aspect of it too.
yeah,
Like that's
you're
super
breathing.
healthy. Like, and the fact that you get to hang out with your friends who you've had for years, like, dude, it really is like it's something else, man. It's super sick. And also, side note that I just kind of like popped into my head,
Yeah.
the bike stuff is kind of like my soft entry for individuals too into the 3D printing community,
Okay.
2A stuff, because it's only so I have friends who are BMX guys who kind of started, you know, they printed some pedals and stuff that I made, and then they were like, "What's this Ubar 2 all about?"
Yeah.
And I was like, "Yeah, you know what it's about." And then they're printing all their stuff and they're sending me shit, and I'm like, "Man, this stuff is." They're like so hyped on it, and I'm like, "They're like, dude, thank you so much for like doing this shit." So yeah, it's kind of like a soft entry into it too, because
Yeah. And
yeah, right. Like it's like that's the proverbial like Trojan horse, you know? Oh,
yeah,
it's just bike parts. It's just bike parts, man.
yeah. And it becomes something way better than bike parts.
Yeah, because dude, if they get a 3D printer to do bike parts and they're good at it, they know how to handle their machine, they get all the settings, layer adhesion, it looks really good. And shit starts hitting the fan, and they're like, you know what? I seen something somewhere about an FGC9.
Yeah.
And that means that they can do that if in a worse end of the world collapsitarian fucking scenario,
And
they'd have the ability to do that. And whether it's for themselves, for their community, like that's important. And it's a skill to have, and shit. All this stuff you can do with a printer, let alone from guns and bike parts, you
and
know?
allegedly it teaches you how to make ammo too if you don't have any. That's what I've heard. I haven't read the readme, but I've heard. Nah,
Oh yeah.
but you know what, bro? And also, not, the more I think about it, like if you guys print bike parts, you guys have to make sure that those bike parts are quality and have and are able to hold strength, especially pedals. So now I understand, like if you could do a pedal or any type of bike part that is gonna last, you could print a very good 2A object because you guys
Yes.
have already learned how to fuck with settings for the pressure of a person's foot on that pedal, right? I mean,
Yeah. And I mean, not even just that, dude. Like you're taking drops, you're jumping down multiple numbers of stairs. Like I've put mine through quite a bit of testing, and it says a lot to number one, the community and the research that they've done and put in with filament settings, layer height, etc. Every Cura setting there is, and just like myself and my borderline autism, setting my machine up and making sure everything's running good. You know what I mean? Like I've spent so much time and money making that shit work and like understanding it, and like just one day it randomly breaks and you tear it apart and there's a giant wad of plastic on it, but somehow you clean it up and it's running fine again. And
yeah,
just being able to do that shit and not giving up. And I don't know, man. It's fun. It's a challenge. It's super sick to start something, go to work, come home, and you have something new.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
It,
so sick.
it's just it's creating, bro. Like when you tested your pedals, right? The ones for grinding. What was the max number of grinds that they were able to hold before they cracked or anything like that?
Admittedly, I've never met. I've so the first versions, like the ones that you showed, actually have like ball cups in them that hold the ball bearings and the
Yeah,
spindle. Obviously, your stress is going to be where those steel cups come in contact with the plastic.
correct?
When I first made the first version of those, I did them too thin. And after like a few days of riding and impact, like pumping ramps, jumping down stairs, it formed fatigue cracks. So then obviously we thickened it up. Currently, the model that's out and available to download,
Yeah.
I've grinded through that completely, all the way down to the steel spindle, and it never fractured. It never cracked in half while still riding it. It actually broke, and the ball bearings came out of it. It was sitting on the spindle. When I would grind on my pedal, it was still literally running on steel and plastic, and it still held up to impact. I got the clip that I was working on. So they can do it, man. They can handle the shit. So yeah, it's pretty sick, man. It's all because of, like I said, the gun community, learning everything from you guys and applying that to BMX parts. So
Let
shout
me
out
ask
to
you.
everyone.
Let me ask you a question real quick, if this is your pick, right? Because I know we were talking behind this in back of the stage, and you were telling me that the Control Pew, his website helped you, right? Yeah, there we go. Yeah, and that's my first shirt I bought was from Control Pew because his stuff helped me. Like he hit the thing he did for the guide. It was
Yep.
perfect. It was very perfect, and I think I sent a lot of people there. I don't know if they read it, but I read that thing from start to
Yes.
finish, bro.
That's 100% what got me into it. So popular front, J Stark, that was the fire.
Yeah,
And the learning was all because of Control Pew, the guide. Like, first, it was like obviously there's lists, there's links to pick up micrometers, everything you need. Like, I literally just bought everything that they said to. And then they had the YouTube video and the series and like the complexities of, assembling your machine and then setting up your machine. Yeah, it was like a good few month process, and I still think you're always learning. I think that's what's cool about it too, because it's always changing. Cure is updating, it's getting better.
yeah.
Like, it's super sick, and it's
The
getting
settings,
cheaper
the
too, which is
settings
kind of crazy.
are amazing, bro. And then if you're able to do a whole rig out of plastic bottles, like just regular like you could make amazing prints too. And
Oh,
I heard
dude.
they're strong, bro. But to me, it just seems like so much time having to cut the bottle and then process it through a thing to make it the same size as the filament. I don't know,
Dude.
but imagine if we go through if we fight, there's plastic bottles everywhere, bro.
Yes. That's like, I mean, dude, people want to talk about, like, not getting super political here, but if you want to talk about like plastics, energy, the future, climate change, like, you want to talk about all that shit, and you aren't like setting up a printer at your home to cut a plastic Mountain Dew bottle in order to, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
recycle one-on-one. You ain't got to take it nowhere. You can do it yourself in your basement. Like, I would love to do that shit, dude. I think it'd be sick to do like some doomsday shit. We're using like weed whacker line, like weed whacker trim, and melting that.
People have tried that, bro. Somebody told me it actually did work.
Yeah, I seen a YouTube of it, and it'd be pretty sick, like doomer prep, like pulling string out of a weed whacker, melting that shit down, building yourself an FGC out of weed whacker filament.
I mean, it should work as long as it's like 100% infill. You should be good, bro.
Yeah, I would think so. Like, God, that'd be so sick.
All right, let me ask you another question. This one has to do with the 2A 3D community, bro. Out of everybody in the 2A community, what advice would you give somebody that's just starting, somebody new? Who would you tell them, hey, make sure you gotta go check out this person, or whatever? What would you say?
I mean, obviously, the first things first is I have shared a bunch of like the guide to a bunch of people who are, that's like preliminary steps. Obviously, people who are like, hey, I seen videos, I'm interested in it. What is it? Donut Media, the car guys, they
Yeah,
just put out a YouTube video where they get like an Ender 3 and they're like making stuff. Yeah, check it out, dude. Just came out like last week. So, it's hitting some mainstream shit. So people are asking questions. I get a bunch of DMs about it all the time. The first thing would be, even if it's not for 2A stuff necessarily, but definitely that soft entry, as we'll call it, is the guide all day long with that little hint of, hey, maybe you should check the files too. But yeah, so that would be my first thing. And if there are people who are printing, I mean, some of the shit like, you know, Navigo Boom, Ivan, obviously that was the first dude, like the Ubar. I've made a few, like, love that shit. Dude, there's so many people, and like I'm the outsider looking in. There's so many people doing awesome shit.
Yeah.
Everybody who makes anything, if you make anything, you're already substantially awesome. Because regardless of my opinions, because that's nothing but a preference. But if you're making things and contributing to the signal, putting that information out there for other people to see your art and have that be able to be downloaded because they love your design, that's vital. Mine is just like, I'm speaking for preference. So obviously, like Middleton, he's a big, like, I love his shit. He was like the first person I ever like subscribed to.
Middleton stuff is nice, bro. I love the way he does his videos. I love the way he does his ergos and his lines. They're super, like, very pleasing to the eye, bro.
Yeah, definitely, like, the dude, man, I love shit, dude. There's so much good shit because the trolling community too. When I seen like all the Invader Zip stuff, and then you go to the website and it's got like a video game you got to play, like, and go. God damn, dude, that shit is so good because I just imagine like some government ATF dude like hearing about this site and guns and like going, and then it's like a fucking game that they have to play. Just being bitter and shit.
Yeah.
Like, it's so good, man. All of it is so good.
And there's certain websites they don't let you share, bro. Like, I think the Control Pew they won't let you share that on DMs anymore.
Dude, you should see. I wish I could show you on like my professional page on Instagram, dude. It's night and day the way shit gets blocked. Night and day. You can see it clear as fuck. You're talking the difference between something that gets like tens of thousands, potentially hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah.
And then if I share stuff with gun stuff, you're talking like 1,000 views, 100 views. Like, they fucking censor that shit for real, dude.
I bet you. Could you see these?
Oh, yeah. That's Brooklyn Banks right there in New York City. Front flip. Oh, yeah. Out of the bank, over the rail.
Okay. Damn. And then this one, bro. I don't know. There's something about the way the camera caught the light from,
like, the motion. Yeah.
This one's amazing. Where's this at?
That took a long time to do too. I mean, if you've seen like the YouTube of me just beating the shit out of myself to land that shit.
Was this in the high school?
Yeah, that's Tupac's high school. And it was like at like 2:30, 3:30 in the morning too.
Damn.
So it was pretty crazy, hectic, like light setup, generators running, all that shit.
Fuck. And then this one, how many stairs is that, bro?
Man, that's from the top rope, on top of the top ledge there. Jaws, the skateboarder, he ollied that for a Thrasher magazine cover, and I barspin that. That's down in Louisville, Kentucky. So it's 20 stairs plus the height of that ledge.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. I think I counted like 21 or something like that, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah, some dumb shit to prove a point. That's all that was.
That's insane.
Oh, this is from my new video. That's down in Louisville as well. Almost hit my head on the ceiling. A little bit of danger on that one.
Okay, and let me ask you this: the older you get, bro, I know you have more professional wisdom that you gain from doing this, but is there any day that you're like, see somebody coming up and say like, what type of stuff is this young man doing? Or are you getting blown away by people that are still doing this? Like, how does it feel?
All right. So it's definitely one thing that's super weird is getting older, and then the riding has drastically changed too. Like, I'm from an older era where like we kind of like do bigger, scarier shit. Like, that's kind of like our thing. Like, the tricks might not be that technical, but they're on larger setups. They're scary. There's a lot of risk involved, potential harm, injuries, shit like that. that's kind of like where we're at. Younger kids are doing such like technical shit.
Yeah.
Like, I can't comprehend how technical it is. The bike spinning around, they're going backwards, forwards, one wheel, front wheel, back wheel, tail whip out, switch. The feet are different than their natural foot. It's switch footed. Like, that shit's crazy. But that's also, to me, like, I don't know, man. There's something different about like just doing some like dead man shit. You know what I mean? Like
It's
stuff
getting
that like
more
anybody can see and be like, holy fuck, that's crazy. I don't know what the fuck it is, but that's insane.
Bro, I remember we used to practice like jumping off our roofs, like me and my homie. We used to skate, right? So
Yeah.
we were trying to do a lot of gaps, like big stairs, like but with 360s in them or tucks or anything, right? So we would just come to my roof and start doing tricks off the roof, bro.
Oh, dude.
And that's how we learned. You know, we would
Oh
have
man, shit. I grew up in Pennsylvania, dude. Like
yeah,
literally like CKY videos. Where's all my skateboard dudes? All the CKY videos. Growing up like pre-Jackass era, like watching them
yeah.
fucking take a mannequin, throw it off a bridge into busy traffic, just like fucked up shit. Yeah, jumping off of roofs, jumping out of like moving cars into bushes, like Jackass shit was just like normal dumb shit to
Like when
do.
Steve was on drugs, Jackass, right?
Yeah, dude, like
I'm glad
Bam
you
Margera, like god damn it, like all that shit, man, all of it. Ryan Dunn, rest in peace, man. Like there's so many bike videos from that era too, like literally CKY, even like the original like Sorry video.
yeah,
Anyone knows what I'm talking about? The Flip Sorry video was my first skate video, and it was
yeah.
awesome. It had like Johnny Rotten in it and shit. Like, man, like that era sick as fuck. Just doing dumb shit with your friends.
Steven Williams, Chad Muska.
Yeah, dude.
There was a bunch of Dion Swan. There was a there was a lot of talent for a while, bro. And then I don't know, just certain people made money, others didn't.
Yeah,
Like,
well,
one
that's
of the
because like the industry is like anything else, man. Just like any other corporate fucking shit. When it gets involved, the positive is it'll bring money. The negative is it destroys the fucking culture.
yes,
People who are like outspoken, opinionated, original characters are eliminated when money and corporate, marketing shit comes in and gets involved.
when you guys start noticing weird stuff in the community, it's not us. It's the people that are trying to make money, that are trying to come in just for the money. They don't care about the community. I'm gonna talk facts because
Yeah.
I know you guys are seeing it. When they money is okay to make. Everybody can make money. We can make money. You can make money. Whoever wants can make money at this moment. But when somebody tries to control the making of that money, when they're trying to be the only ones to control all the projects, all the process, that's when shit's gonna get bad.
Yeah, man.
That's when shit's gonna get PC'd. That's when shit is gonna be pushed under the rug, and people that are outspoken are gonna be labeled crazy. It always happens.
Welcome to you just literally hit the proverbial nail on the head with my BMX career. Like, that's what I've always been, is that outspoken dude who will say shit for better or for worse. Like, that's totally been just my position. If I didn't like things, I would fucking say it. And people don't like that. Like, industry people do not like it when you say, hey, this sucks.
Yeah.
Or you're doing this because like you can just cut through the bullshit. Like, man, and I mean that's the whole rep I've got my whole life has been somebody who's outspoken against shit. I've been right about a lot of things, seeing the writing on the wall. Like,
yeah,
it's like it's hard to say, man. I understand. I sold out for a fucking company too. True story. I rode for a bicycle company called fucking Redline. Okay. I rode for Redline bikes. I make mountain bikes. They're like mainstream ass motherfuckers. I went to Idaho and went to a shooting range with my friends. Like, we're on a trip. It was his dad's place. He had a private range. We're fucking shooting guns and shit, having a good time. I spent stupid money on ammo, just pissing it away into a fucking hillside. I shot a GoPro. Like, just dumb shit like that. And then we took like a group photo and we got like our shirts tied around our heads and shit. We're in the back of a Toyota pickup, like guns in the air,
Yeah.
American flag and shit.
Oh fuck.
And like, yo, the company like hits us up. They're like, you have to take that down.
What?
Like, they're like, that's too political.
That's too American?
Yeah, they were like, yeah,
Like,
we can't
what?
do that. You got to take that down. That's going to cause too much friction. So
Yeah.
that was my first taste of like just anything, man. Like they're like, no, you can't do that. You want money, you can't do that.
And
And that's the fucking world we live in now, dude. Everyone like who's making a fucking paycheck in BMX, like used to be shit talkers. We had like anonymous pages where like you could post videos, like yeah, the come up, Adam 22. He started
yeah.
the come up and everything. That's where everybody used to go. You post videos and you could anonymously talk shit. And it was a fucking field day, dude. People
Damn.
making up fake usernames like, oh, I'm Matt Hoffman. This fucking sucks. Kill yourself. Like talking shit. That's what I grew up in, dude. So I'm used to that. My video comes out, everyone just like there's 150 comments and people just dogging on you. Like what fucking pants are you wearing, dude? You look terrible. Like, and that entire culture, I mean, that's why I said I like the we talk shit thing because it's very reminiscent of, you know, it's just fucking giving each other shit.
Yeah.
But that entire thing, people were outspoken. Everyone, the whole culture was outspoken. Everybody was making a fucking statement when they rode their fucking bike. Now they're doing it so they can collect a paycheck, get views. They don't say anything unless it's politically within the guardrails. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it sucks. It fucking sucks.
Like I took my vaccine so I could pop a wheelie. You should.
Yeah. Oh, dude. Yo, who was it? Yo, one of the dudes. God damn it. He makes like stickers. It's OOF Research. One of the dudes I follow. He makes like some political fucking base like stickers and shit, like doomer shit. And he posted something about Instagram and how they were paying influencers to like promote vaccination stuff, for example. Yo, during COVID shit, dude, they're offering me $1,000 a month to promote it on my fucking page.
For real?
For real, dude. They were like, hey, if you go on and say to get it and use this, whatever the fuck that is, that little sticker.
Yeah.
You do that, we'll give you $1,000 every month for a year to do it.
What the fuck?
And I was like, fuck no, dude. Fuck you. I would rather do drywall than put your fucking sticker up. So yeah, man, as a micro celebrity,
damn.
You know what I mean? Like I can confirm that is a real fucking story. So I can't imagine what they're offering like blue checkmark motherfuckers.
Yeah, like motherfuckers that had like
dude, like
Kardashians and shit like that people, right?
Dude, yeah, exactly. So like I'm a motherfucking micro celebrity and they were offering me that just to put a fucking sticker up.
Damn.
Insane.
That's bad. I think Ting Ting hit it in the head. She said, I would rather be poor and free than be rich and a slave. That's what
I think that describes my career path.
I mean, look, bro, certain people sometimes tell me like, hey, where's all your stuff? You know, when they see my stuff. And I'm like, well, like, where's your stuff? You know? And then they tell me, well, like, I'm just visiting, bro. And I'm like, I'm visiting too, bro. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just a visitor too. I'm not gonna carry all my shit with me when I die, bro. But I'm gonna decide to live the way that I want to live, that doesn't affect my values and my morals as a man. And at the same time, I'm not gonna try to sell out, bro, for some kids or something like that, right? And tell the people lies. I cannot lie to my people, bro.
It's the concept of instant gratification versus long term.
Yeah.
You can sell yourself short and sell yourself out to get something here and now, and you'll pay for it later. Or you can negate that quick fix, that quick high, and then have something later in life that you're just like, yo, I'm happy I didn't fucking do that. Which is like where I'm at with my BMX career. I'm like, yo, I'm totally happy that when I was getting paid by that company that I was just like, fuck you. Like,
it's crazy.
It only lasted a few years, too.
Yeah. I mean,
hey, man, those are 2 fucking good years. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, right. You got money's money sometimes, but at the same time, you know what to do. You know how to make, like, if you get caught in a certain circumstance that you don't approve of, you know a way out. There's always a way out. Everything in life has a way out.
Yeah, man.
If you feel stuck, just outthink the person that got you in that deal. Once
Yo,
you outthink them, you're good. You're out.
for real, dude. There's so many like, yo, I would much rather, and that's what I did. Like that video part where like we looked at those photos and everything, where I got
Yeah,
like nominated for Nora Cup, like one of the top 5 riders in the world. Like that's a big fucking deal. And I got there on my own paycheck, my own hard work, with my friends, in a project that we put together. We didn't have any corporate money. We didn't have anyone fucking backing us. We filmed when we wanted, what we wanted, and where we wanted. We funded our trips to fucking California, all over the United States. We paid for that shit ourselves. And that's why it's like, okay, cool. Haro puts out a video with their top paid fucking rider. Well,
yeah.
that's sick. Of course, the fucking industry is going to fucking love that because the money's behind it.
Facts.
We did this shit with our money, and it's like, fuck you.
No,
Like,
but you'll get a cool following from a group of people that are seeing the work you're putting in, and I think at the end of the day that slow growth is more important to. I mean, to
oh,
me,
dude, to quote Uncle Ted, it's better to have a group of dedicated followers who believe in something than it is to have a bunch of people blindly just like agreeing with it and not like the people who like me and who are my friends. Like they're my real friends. They're fucking people who are like behind me, who've always supported me and been like fucking hyped on my shit. They're not here just for like, they want to see like the political content. They want to see me talking shit on anything. They want to like interact with me. Like it's definitely different than somebody who's just like, cookie cutter. Here's me riding, doing crazy stunts. But a lot of the followers aren't really like, they're fans, but they're not like fucking minions. You know what I mean? They aren't like the motherfuckers who are like, yo, I'm coming to Ohio. Let's go do some shit. You know what I mean? They come
yeah,
through like real fucking people that are like my group of friends and my followers. Like people who just like, I don't even fucking talk to them, and they'll just like send me sick shit, them riding, them doing stuff,
yeah,
them shooting fucking guns, like just fucking tight ass shit. You know what I mean? Like they're like,
yeah,
I know you'd get a kick out of this. Everyone else would get upset.
yeah, yeah. So the question I have for you is, do you believe that being part of the 2A 3D community actually is a way of you feeling how you've always felt, and that it was to be open and do whatever you wanted to do as long as you're not hurting anybody, but also be as American as you could be, because now we're doing this from home. Like I told people that when I bought my first gun, I was like, wow, this is America, right? But when I made my first gun, I said, nah, this is America. Like it was just a whole different feeling for me.
Oh yeah, man. It's like shit. I went to a gun show just the other day, and they're like, "Oh, what are you into?" And like everyone else there has like, there's the historic guys, the FUD dudes. I mean, we got all fucking categories of like gun enthusiasts, right?
Yeah.
And then they're like, "What do you do?" And I'm like, "I'm into 3D printing firearms." And they're like, "Ah." They're like, "We're proud of you. You're like actually somebody who's like right on that fucking cutting edge of fucking pushing for people's rights." And I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of sick. I fuck with that. I like that. Like,
Yeah. People
but
don't understand how like, because at the same time we're the ones building these guns, so we need to make sure we're doing correctly what we're doing, because we're gonna be testing them. I'm not gonna give a gun that I built allegedly. I can't build guns. I am in California. All I do is I make parts for cars and ovens, little cute things, stuff like that. But
yeah,
when I was able to, I would always make sure that my stuff was tested by me and only me, right? And I think people don't understand that uh that's very important, bro. Like your testing process, you know?
dude. I mean, I've had a gun blow up. One of my second print I ever did. I made the fucking mistake of I was like, yeah, PLA is just as good as PLA plus, right?
Yeah,
It's the same shit. Thankfully, it was just a fucking like a what is it? The Smith and Wesson 1020 or 1522, but it doesn't have like the back stock on it.
yeah,
And I like shot it, and it made like a weird like thud noise. I was like, what the fuck was that? And then I shot it again. Yo, the whole bolt and back end just shot out the fucking back, like hit me in the fucking shoulder and like shot all the way across the fucking like room. Like,
Yeah.
God, it was fucking yeah. So you see, I have that picture on my Instagram too. My first FGC when I shot it, and the barrel split right in two.
No, I haven't seen that one. I know. With me, it was my FGC 9, but I knew that it like the end, close to the end. I
Yeah,
knew it wasn't gonna handle it, but I said, well, let's just try, and I did it, and it messed that up. And then the one that really almost messed me up bad was the Harlot, bro. The Harlot, once I let it go, it kind of was snappy, and I'm like, why is this Harlot as snappy as my 943? You know what I mean? Like, why is it as loud as a 9? And it feels like it's my 43 does. And I look at the floor, bro, and I see parts on the floor, and I'm like, damn, this thing blew up on me.
oh,
That one was, yeah, the Harlot blew up in my hand.
damn, that's fucking insane, dude. Yeah, but that's the thing, dude. Like, I don't know whether it's part of like the upbringing and shit, coming from like that generation.
That's
Just
something
the
else.
whole fucking all the shit, man, coming in fucking like I'm a shitbag, dude. I'm a degenerate. I'm a damn near 40-year-old fucking man who rides 20-inch children's bikes on private property and fucking grinds handrails and upsets people. Like, like there's something sick about smashing bottles and there's something sick about shooting guns. All right, I'm just gonna admit it. Like it excites me. Okay, I drink Mountain Dew. I work construction. Fuck
Red
yeah,
Bull,
dude.
Red
Like,
Bulls and Mountain Dew.
dude, I'm a Nos fan. I'm trash, dude. I fucking drink Nos. I'm fucking garbage. Like, like it's something about it though, dude. Like it's exciting. It's kind of dangerous. You have to be like, you know what I mean? If you're with somebody, you're like, you got to be safe. Like you really
Yeah,
do.
you're an adrenaline junkie, bro. Like once that
Yeah,
adrenaline hits, it hits. It's powerful. Like it was amazing. I remember when I used to do crazy ass stuff, like with my blades. I used to sit there and prepare it and see it over my head going over and over, and then landing it or eating bad shit. You know what I mean?
dude.
But
Yeah,
it was
man. I mean,
fun, bro. It was super fun.
dude, I've done some shit that's fucking like super fucking dangerous. Like I got PTSD sometimes from shit where I realize like, holy fuck, if I wouldn't have landed that, I could have been like fucking dead. Like
Yeah, like
literally
turn
could have
up the
died.
music, bro.
Like, I mean, dude, I've broken my fucking legs. I've broken my back. Like I
What?
have like 20 plus fucking concussions. I've been life flighted, hole drilled in my fucking head to relieve
What?
pressure kind of
Wait,
shit.
so what accident has probably been the worst? Like that you thought like I'm not coming back from this one, because you said they
Uh,
broke your head, bro.
oh yeah, dude. Like when I was in middle school, I fucking had head trauma and I had to get life flighted to Pittsburgh in the fucking helicopter. And I had
Well,
such
you
bad
just
brain
you
swelling
just
that they had
like
to put a fucking hole in my head and drain fluid and all this fucking wild shit.
not today, death. Maybe tomorrow. Nah, not today.
Yeah, that's how my yeah. Some people's CTE, that shit that like football players get, and like the brain esponja from head trauma.
Yeah.
Some people it leads to like depression and shit. Mine apparently, I'm just becoming a CAD engineer. I don't know what the fuck's going on. Like,
It was that girl that just made you like.
yeah, did you ever see that fucking video of that dude who like was in a car wreck, had a severe like traumatic brain injury, and then fucking suddenly could play piano?
Or
Like he's
became
like, what the fuck? I just know how to do this. Like
yeah.
that's what it is, man. I just hit my head so many times. I'm like, I can do CAD. I don't understand.
Somebody said had a baby lobotomy.
That Gerber baby lobotomy, man.
All right, bro. One last thing, and this is whatever you want to tell the audience or you want to tell the people, bro. But just close them out with some advice, bro, like some life advice, follow your dreams type of stuff. I mean, I know you could do it. Go ahead.
All right. See, man, this is shit stepping up to the plate and giving some let me get my people say I kind of sound like Joe Rogan once in a while. Play that shit back, Jamie. But no, for real, man, like dude, we're in a completely different time period than I ever could have imagined. Borderline idiocracy, somewhere 1984, super strange time period. All the individuals who were younger than me, individuals who are my same age. It's just like people who are already here are on a different spectrum. I think like we're operating at a higher IQ level because like NPC normie shit they can't grasp. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So already we're already in a better situation. Like, and that's something to remember for anybody. Like, if you're already here, if you're part of this community, like you're already a tier up, you know? And I would just say, man, like I approach my life like I approach doing a bicycle trick. I know there's risks in my life, like there's a risk involved, right? You know it. But I never acknowledge that risk. I know it's there because I'm feeling the fear. It's there. I'm scared. I don't need to say to myself in my head what could happen. Instead, I stay solely focused on what I want to do, how I want to do it. This is what I'm going to do. I hop here, I land here, I grind this, I turn. Focus on that, not on consequences, and just fucking dive in and solely focus 100% on what you want to accomplish. And I think as long as you come in something like headstrong as a motherfucker, say you're going to fucking do it and stick it out through the hardships, through it being shitty, through your fuck ups, because you will fuck up. That's part of the learning process, but that's why it's so sick. That's why most people don't want to learn, is because they don't like the fuck ups. They want to just fucking fuck up a few times, learn it, and then do the same goddamn thing for the rest of their lives. Don't fucking be that way. Learn something new every day. Better yourself. Meet new people. That's why I love BMX so much, dude. I hang out in places like Gary, fucking Indiana, Baltimore, Maryland, like some of the shittiest fucking places in the United States. I've literally grinded ledges on $13 million fucking houses in San Francisco, California. I've met fucking some celebrities and really rich motherfuckers. I met Jeff Bezos at a fucking business conference in fucking Cleveland, Ohio. Like,
is he a lizard? Is he a lizard, bro? Or not?
Fucking, I don't know. He's just already super bizarre already. He's just like weird fucking dude. They're all fucking weird, man. People get that much money and power. They're fucking not psychologically like human like we are.
Nah,
like,
bro, you can't.
No, you can't be. To obtain that, to get to that level is another kind of drive that I don't fucking understand. And I've driven myself to fucking do some wild shit, but that's something else that I can't even fucking imagine. But yeah, just the importance of like meeting people, being able to like talk to people, being able to deal with like authority. Because I mean, shit, you know the stuff we do, it's like fucking illegal. You know what I mean? Going on the fucking business property, grinding rails, hanging out behind the dumpsters and smashing shit like delinquent bottle throwing kids from fucking trailer park boys. You know what I mean? Like it's even more funny now because they're like, how the fuck old are you? What are you doing here? Get the fuck out. Like, but that's just it, man. Like, I don't know, meet people, do cool shit, be happy with yourself. That's it. There you go.
I don't think you could have said it best, bro. You're 100% correct, especially with understand that there's that there might be a possibility of not accomplishing something, but don't stare at it. Like just it's there, it's there,
Yeah.
It's in the back of your head, but put those blinders on and keep looking down and keep doing you, because once you look at the fear, now you become like a deer in headlights, right? It captivates you.
Yeah, man. Everyone like, because I have so many friends like, how the fuck did you get yourself into the mindset to do that? Like, aren't you thinking about like what could happen? And I'm like, no, but that's why I have like PTSD late at night and I wake up it's sweating and I'm like, holy shit, dude, if I would have fucking missed the rail, I would have died. Like, that's when I think about it. Not then. Because if I go to jump, like you said, man, it's therapy. It really is. Like, you have to stay focused on what you're doing.
It is.
And if you can, dude, that's basically like, what the fuck's that book? The 5 Rings? That samurai mindset of fucking staying like everything is a life and death decision and looking at it as though that's what it is. That's kind of the same mentality that I'm like, I live by. You know what I mean? Like, all right, I got to do this or I'll die. You know what I mean? Fucking, and I've made the choices and I've just stayed with ones that make me happy. And I mean, it's been like, I mean, shit, dude, everybody has financial struggles. Everybody has personal fucking struggles and emotional and shit. But like, dude, I'm going to tell you a story from like my life that was like really inspirational, right? So one of my close friends, his name's Devin. He was manic. He got a van, started traveling the United States, living out of it. And one night he fucking called me and he was super fucking depressed. And he's like, he was like at some canyon place, like beautiful canyons. He wanted to shoot the sunrise. He's a photographer, a BMX rider. And he's like, he called me and he's like, I'm going to fucking, I just want to end my life. I'm going to kill myself. And I'm
Yeah.
like, you're not going to fucking kill yourself. And he's like, he's taken back. He's like, what the fuck do you mean? I'm like, dude,
Yeah.
you called me. If you were going to
Yeah.
fucking kill yourself, you would have done it. And he got all fucking mad at me. And I'm like helping him like come up with solutions, dude. Like, and after that, he had some fucking hard times, fucking trying to figure his shit out, living in a fucking van, not really having a place to call fucking home. Now, because of things that happened in his family, things that were left to him when members of his family passed away, he got a fucking house. He was able to donate money that he received to a company and invest in it. And now he's taken that house that was his grandmother's. He learned how to, he flipped the whole thing himself. Never owned a fucking tool, never had any skills. He just watched YouTube, learned how to do bathtubs, cabinets, the floor, tile, grout, everything. Did the outside, did do concrete driveway, everything him fucking self. And now he's running that house out, making passive income off of that. From a dude who went making like maybe $3,000 in a fucking year, living in a trailer down by the fucking river, to now fucking being a landlord, investing in other companies, and being able to have like passive income to travel. The motherfucker's on the other side of the world right now in like fucking India or something. Like
Damn.
that's why you don't fucking give up, dude. That's why you don't fucking think, oh, it's over, I quit. Because you don't know what's fucking coming next. Don't focus. It's once again, everybody focuses on the here and now. Oh, if I sell out, I'll have money. You know what I mean? Oh, if I kill myself, I won't be fucking sad anymore. Fuck you.
You'll be worse, bro.
Yeah, fuck you. Don't give up, dude. That's what everybody wants you to fucking do is sell out. They want you to quit. Fuck that. Stand up. It's always better to fucking die on your fucking feet than fucking be on your knees.
Yeah, than live on your knees. Facts, bro. That's what it's facts. Like people don't understand it, bro. We all suffer. We all have issues. We are all going through something in life at this moment. If not right now, we've had. But at the end of the day, what makes us who we are is that we keep going and we don't look back. Like the past is the past. You cannot fix it. The present hasn't happened. So worry about today, now, at this moment, what we're doing at this moment.
Yeah.
Don't overthink your life. What am I gonna do tomorrow? Because tomorrow you might not even wake up. But if you do, say thank you and keep doing you. I appreciate you, bro.
For real, man. It's like real talk, dude. Like for real. Like there's a lot of shit all of us have gone through. There's more shit we'll all go through. But to try to like make everything balanced and try to like just have it so everything's neutral. Every day is the same thing. Like, nah, that's hell. That's hell. I like the ups and downs, man.
Yeah, that's
life
what makes
you formed on your hands and your feet, dude.
Bro, you know, I do some crazy stuff sometimes, but at least once or twice a year, I like to put myself through like this very crazy situations where like I try to fast for like maybe 10 days, maybe even 30, you know, just to test my body, bro. Like because if I know that I could be able to last fasting 10 days straight, no water, bro, like no water, right?
Oh, shit,
And
man, you sound like
there's sometimes
like my wrestling days, dude. Shit.
Yeah. There's sometimes that I would use water, but when I want to like really figure stuff out, I'll do like a 10-day just nothing, right? For 10 days straight. Bro. And then it just makes me realize how powerful I am because I had to use my mental strength to be able to see everybody eat and drink and me not do it, bro. Like that just makes me realize, well, if I could do this, I could do a lot of stuff. And I think that's what you forget. Anything that you're able to do that people can't do, like that's a gift. That's a gift for you.
A lot
Not
of
everybody can do certain
I
things.
think like a lot of people in this community, I know a lot of people with like from that generation. It's just something we can do, man.
He says, anybody can stay up for 10 days.
We used to be seeing some weird shit by the third and fourth day, man. I don't know.
I have homies that stayed awake for a month, bro. Allegedly.
Allegedly. On Minecraft.
Like, yeah. Their own Minecraft.
Dude, it's so sick though. I love it, man. Everybody's like sick as fuck. There's so much shit, and there's like still people I'm like learning about, meeting, and like I don't know. I really appreciate you letting me do this shit, man. It's refreshing as fuck to be like, thank you also for everyone being so fucking like welcoming to me as a fucking outsider into your community. You know what I mean? Like,
Well, I think
so
you've always been like though, like there, you know, because
yeah,
I as far as I can remember, I've been following you for a bit in my other account, and then a couple of homies have been following you. I think Guns follows you, and a couple of other people follow you. So I've always seen your stuff, bro. Like it just pops up here and there. When I saw that FGC 9, that clear one, that's when I'm like, yo, let me hit him up and see if he wants to come on the show. And that's why I hit you up.
I
But yeah, I
appreciate
appreciate
it,
your
man.
time, bro. And
No,
I know
it's fucking. I mean, shit. It's definitely sick. Everybody's doing such cool shit. It's cool to see everybody who's a part of like the blend coming over from our generation, like senior millennials growing up in the fuck you, I won't do what you tell me generation, skateboarding, graffiti culture, BMX, inline aggressive skating, all that shit. That community, and then even seeing it here. You know what I mean? It's super
yeah.
cool. It's super niche. I love the memes. I love the shit talking. I fucking love it, dude. Like, that shit is so good for community strength, though, dude. Like, people think, oh, you're tearing people apart by making memes and
Nah,
laughing at people. No, dude, we're like
it's
dogging on
funny.
each other. Yo, we got each other's fucking backs if you fuck with them.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
this is
The
just like
memes
us
are
giving each
funny,
other
bro.
shit.
I love funny memes, bro. Like if anybody ever does a funny meme of me, I repost that shit because it's funny. Like
Yeah.
because you need to learn to make fun of yourself, bro. Like when you learn to make fun of yourself, who else? Who's really gonna hurt you, bro? Like
Yeah. You
I'm
fucking,
Latino, bro. The only person that could break my heart and break my dreams is my mother because she never told me how proud she was for me. Allegedly. Nah, I'm joking.
Jesus Christ.
Nah, my mom cared. I had a caring mother because then somebody's gonna show this clip to my mom and she's gonna be like, "What are you talking about? Like
Oh God. Yo,
you
I
were
got
born
my
in a
mom into
public
this shit,
school."
dude. I got my mom into it because, yo, man, my parents are fucking
She 3D printed.
goddamn public school teachers. So fuck. All right. They're so fucking normie, blue anon motherfuckers. Like, my mom just seen all the shit on TV and they're like, oh yeah, all these ghost guns. And I'm like, Mom, come on, we're gonna go to the range. I'm gonna show you some shit and explain. And the first time I showed her like an FCG, and it was like one of the first firearms she even ever shot. She's
Yeah.
like, you made this? She's like, number one, that's amazing that people came up with this, made a way for you to follow this and create this. And number two, who the fuck is going to take that much time to do this? And I'm like, yeah, exactly.
It's fun,
Like,
mom.
like nobody's going to fucking like a normal person isn't going to be like, you know what? I'm going to spend the next 3 months of my life making sure this FGC cycles properly and can handle different magazines and do something terrible with it. Fuck
Yeah.
you. Nobody's doing that shit.
Nah.
Like, no. It's super insane to think that way. Like, it's so insane actually living that life where you can see all the shit people talk about. You can see the way that they like censor you, they
Yeah.
limit you, your reach, your views, all the shit. You can see it. And I can literally like, I'm literally like, I'm about to post a fucking thing on my Instagram of
Yeah.
just normal stuff without any of the antics and ski mask delinquency, and then see like the viewership numbers, but I'll use the same riding clips that I know that the BMX community would be cool with.
Yeah.
And so I can see if it gets reshared. I can see like how that goes because it'll be more people seeing it. And that's because
Yeah.
they allow the algorithm to do so.
The algorithm is super weird, bro. I've noticed if you talk, you don't even like you could talk about anything like people shooting people, anything like that. They don't care. But
Yeah.
once you start talking about like helping people get through their life with psychedelics and stuff like that, you'll get blocked, bro. My life's been blocked for months, bro, because I was
No,
trying to
yeah.
teach people how to make mescaline. Allegedly, I was just teaching them how to cook a delicacy that
Yeah.
is from Mexico, which is the nopal.
Dude. Yeah. No, it's the suppression of freedom of speech, the suppression of like just knowledge, which
Yeah.
Nobody should want to ever just be like, you know what? I'm 24 years old and I've learned enough.
Mm.
Like, no, that's a fucking hell, dude. Every day you should learn something new.
Every day.
Yeah, if you think about it, you really do, because every day you're in some other stupid fucking scenario dealing with, whether it's like how to deal with a new customer, how to deal with like a stupid ass email, how to deal with the state sending you fucking things that you gotta like let a fucking agent into your house, like I have to, allegedly. But
What? No.
shit going on with like fucking, it's not real, it's a federal agent as far as like it's like for my house.
Oh yeah.
They got to come in and like look at things in my basement. And I'm like, what things? Because I got things in my basement I don't want you to look at. Like,
Yeah. Like what the hell?
yeah, like I'm just like, that's
Don't
also me
do
being
that
super
shit off
fucking
the
paranoid.
concrete. Concrete that stuff, you know? Allegedly.
Yeah,
Allegedly.
allegedly. I love that. I fuck with that. That's funny as fuck.
I'm joking, bro. All right, bro. Well, I appreciate you for being here, bro. We've been here for like an hour and some change.
Yeah, I
Thank
can
you,
bullshit.
bro. You're good at talking. I mean, we started backstage, and I was like, "Holy shit, we're talking already!" And like the show should have started. But it's because it's good having conversation, bro. Like it's been a while, especially you, because you know you're part of the community, but at the same time you come from a different community, which is amazing because now you could see that everybody that 3D prints is not the same. Everybody that 3D prints is a different person. They're not criminals, bro. We're not criminals. We're not breaking any laws. We're having fun. We're doing something that is legal to do by our Second Amendment and also
Yeah.
by God Himself. Like God in all the books He has written, He has said that we have the right to defend ourselves and our property. Right?
Inalienable rights.
Yeah.
We
It
don't,
don't
free
matter.
men don't ask. I love that shit. It's so sick.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, that's how fucking like, I keep going back to the cultural shit we grew up in, the skate community, bike community.
Yeah.
We did what we wanted because we were free.
And then now that's just leading into the life we're living at this moment. And I think people will need to understand that a lot of these people that you thought were hoodlums or you thought were just up to no good are actually the people that are taking care of your ass now, because we are the crazy ones that will be able to take those crazy jobs that a lot of people won't
Yeah.
do, you know?
Yeah, man. It's definitely like, oh, dude, I mean, I could bullshit for hours about this kind of shit, but yeah, it's definitely sick. Everyone's got I love the community. Everyone is different. Everyone has different opinions. Like I said, everybody's got their own vision of what they like, because that's
Yeah.
what art is. It's what you see and enjoy. But on a whole, everybody, if you're creating something, you're putting it out there. That's the real shit. That's what matters, is that you're contributing to the signal. You're I'm just trying my best to spread the information, spread the signal. I haven't contributed too much. I've done some things. I would love in the future to make my own stuff. That's my goal, is to like contribute to creating my own designs one day, but still work in process. Maybe I'll get there.
I
Everyone
mean,
else just does such good shit. I'm like super like,
I mean, you're already like showing light, bro. You're bringing in a whole different community, which is the BMX community. And that's amazing because that's more people like you that are gonna love this community, and now it's just gonna be dope. You know, the
yeah,
more people that come into this, bro, the better. That's what we need. Like that's what people need to understand. We can't
dude.
hide this.
I did do one design for a gun that I haven't printed or tried, but I essentially took like, do you know what bar ends on bicycles are?
Yeah,
Like in the ends of your handlebars, like you put those little plastic things to protect them because they're like, it's steel, so you don't want that like
yeah. So
stabbing
just a
you.
scratch. Yeah,
But I took the concept of how the harlot works, and then one side of the bar end was like the barrel, the same thing for the harlot, and it used the spring and the M8 bolt with the filed, and then a string would run all the way to the other side of your handlebars, and you would pull the other handlebar and release it, and that spring is what would snap inside to have like a handlebar gun. I was like, oh God.
holy shit, bro. What the hell?
I thought of that one night and I was like, man, I kind of want to make this, but I kind of don't know because that'd be kind of crazy. But who knows?
I
Maybe I'll
bet
get into
you
it
be
this winter.
rolling up to the homies, bro, and doing a bike blast. Like instead of a
Dude,
drive by, a
dude,
bike drive.
I got robbed at gunpoint in Dayton, Ohio before. And like,
Damn.
dude, I've been like almost stabbed before. I've had guns pulled on me. Like, by police and citizens. So I've had some like kind of wild experiences, and like it's like, man, like I was just like fortunate that something didn't get fucking worse. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like dude tried to steal my iPad, and I was like, no. He's just pointing a gun
But
at
was,
me and my friends.
was it in the middle of the night, bro? Like, cause all your shit mostly looks like you do a lot of stuff at night, right? Like, you don't really ride during the daytime. It's mostly when everybody's
This was actually like, so there used to be like a DIY spot where like we would take like just rails that we would make, and it's an old construction yard. It's just flat concrete. We make shit to ride.
yeah.
And I had an iPad too, and I was just filming with it, and dudes who were like walking the track seeing me using it.
Oh shit.
And when we were fucking loading up the car to leave, they ran up on us, put a gun across the driver's, my friend who's literally like 16 years old,
Yeah.
put a gun across his chest, pointed right at me, and he's like, yo, give me the tablet. And I'm like, what? He's like, give me the tablet. And I'm like, I like go to hand it to him, and I'm like, no. He's like, what? I'm like, no, dude, like this has a SIM card in it. I could just track it to wherever it is. Not to mention, this is like an iPad too, dude. This thing's an old piece of shit. You couldn't even pawn this for $50.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he's like, what you got in your wallets? And I'm like, people fold out their wallets and shit. Nobody has any cash.
Yeah.
We're in a fucking we're in like a 98 fucking Dodge Neon with a blown out fucking like the motor's knocking like a motherfucker. Like it's a piece of shit.
The
And
tranny's about to die.
the guy's like pulls his gun back. He's like, man, you guys broke as fuck, and just ran off.
Damn,
Like,
bro. I bet you that
some wild, like I mean Salt Lake City, I got a fucking knife pulled on me. Like dude like swung at me and stabbed out my fucking bike tire, and I had a fucking like got fucking chased by a dude with a knife. Good times. But I could talk fucking wild stories all night. But yeah, man, it just makes me like realize like I had an incident here, and that's really what got me into firearms was an attempted home invasion.
What?
Like, yeah,
bro, the more you keep talking, the more shit you come up with. I'm like, damn, bro, like,
dude, I've had like a lot of. My life has been like a low budget Viva La Bam. Okay, like, like for real. When I was working construction, I was always like states away. You know what I mean? Living out of fucking hotel rooms and shit. Like, and some dude on God only fucking knows what drug was just like in his underwear kicking fucking neighbors' doors and shit, like trying to break in. Yeah. And my lady was here by herself with our front door, just our screen door was there, and she heard this noise and fucking like went to the door. The dude charged the house. She fucking like slammed the door and locked it. Had to call the police and shit, but she sat in here for fucking 25 minutes while the dude kicked at the door trying to get in. Because no firearm in the house. And I was like, all right, enough of that. Because what the fuck is the security system gonna do? So I can have fucking trauma of seeing somebody break into my fucking house on my ring, getting fucking attacked? Is that what I want? Is that what security does? Or I live in the fucking west side. I don't live in a good side of town. You know, and the cops take 25 minutes.
Yeah, they take
in that circumstance, the only thing between her and that individual are like my one dog. You know, like I have a husky Pyrenees mix, like bigger dog, and that's it. If that individual is armed with anything, extreme disadvantage, and I was like, yeah, never again. Mossberg, 500.
Like reals, you need, like, people don't understand that you need to have something in your home. Like, people are getting, like, the drugs are not the same as they were back then. Like, now people get violent for days. Like, and now it's not just that these people are doing drugs, is that a bill was passed that a lot of the mental homes got closed down. So a lot of these mental people were going to jails, and then the jails like, hell, we don't want these fools. They're crazy, and now they're homeless, and they really need mental health. Like these, so now you're mixing a mental health patient with a drug that is gonna make them schizophrenic, which is crystal meth or whatever they're on. Now they're gonna have that. They're already special. They already got that special strength. Now they're gonna be on drugs. They're gonna be more superhuman. It's the truth.
Fucking
like,
Super Saiyan motherfuckers out here, dude. Like, it's a weird, super crazy time period. We have a local church that does like every other day food that they give out. They made a fucking encampment next to it, and it was like 250 deep. here it's a sanctuary city, but we're outside the county line. So they fucking just like, they're like, yo, get the fuck out. And they like parked a bulldozer in front of it. And then the next day, if anything was left, they fucking just plowed it. Humanitarian speaking, dude, like I don't have a fucking solution. I don't know how to help people who don't fucking want help. Like,
Yeah, that's the issue. You cannot help people that don't wanna help themselves. Even family members, like, I've had family members that don't want help. When
yeah,
they're ready, they're ready. Like, all of us are like that, I think, as
yeah,
humans. We sometimes don't even wanna ask for help till, like, we're too deep in the shit, right?
yeah, yeah. So I don't have any solutions. I don't know what to do. It's a by individual case, is the best you can
Yeah.
fucking say. But the most I can do for my shit, my property, and my life is protect it. So that's it. And thankfully, I live in a place constitutional carry, and fucking Ohio fucking holds it down from being a shithole state. I love it. I love the rust. I love the crust. I love everything about Ohio. It's awful. It's great. It's miserable.
I mean, at least we know the truth, bro.
Yeah.
I know where I'm at, it's bad, but you know what? At the moment, I really like the weather. Um,
Yeah.
that's, like, the
I,
only thing I like of California, bro, of Southern California, the weather. And that everything's close by, bro. Like, I could just walk to my store right now. I could walk to a couple stores right now if I want, 10 minutes or less.
yeah.
Nope. Everything is just so, like, I like, right now, what time is it here? It's, like, 6:58. I could cross it and go to the liquor and buy me some alcohol if I wanted to, right?
Yeah.
Allegedly, I don't drink.
I fucking wouldn't walk down to any of my shit. I'm driving somewhere because I don't I wouldn't walk these streets like at night. Right
Nah,
now in front of my
bad, man.
house too, like they just lost the street light, it burned out. So it's just like pitch black in front of my house. I fucking hate it.
I mean,
Like,
I think I like that I could walk. I mean, they do be doing raids, like, once a week at least, like, one of the houses nearby is gonna get raided, you know? But that helps keep the property value down, so it's okay, you know?
yeah, this side of town, like the prices have definitely gone up, but they've gone back down. And this is like working trash like neighborhood. Like we don't have that bad of a homeless problem. The homeless, they've tended to go to like the super blue areas of the city, like Clintonville area. And there's literally like encampments on the streets and nobody does anything to clean it up. It's a fucking mess now. Down here, everybody's working trash. Once in a while, somebody will take a fucking like AK and just fucking shoot it into the air, keeping property value down. Somebody like they'll steal a Kia and like wreck it and leave it in the neighborhood, like
The
almost
Kia
rolled
place?
over.
The
So
Kia place?
I like that shit. You know what I mean? I like it being a little rough, and the
Yeah.
people have character. It's super crazy. Like the neighbors here, I feel like a fucking old man. But like when we moved in, like everyone came over, they brought food, and then like it's pretty crazy. Like our generation has been one that's usually so distant from traditional things. Like most people don't even talk anymore. It's all text message shit, and it
I
was
hate
super
that
sick to
tradition.
like meet your neighbors, exchange food, be like, hey, if you need anything, like I got a big garden going out back and like giving them vegetables and shit. You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah,
pretty cool to have some of that shit.
a lot of us don't know our neighbors, anymore, or we don't go and check on them or talk to them like we used to, like,
Dude,
it's
when I was
crazy.
living in a fucking apartment complexes, I didn't know any motherfucker. I didn't know like 3B. I didn't know who the fuck lived there. I don't know who it
For
was.
real?
You know what I mean? Like I was so like years ago, I was just so
Yeah.
I maybe knew one person in my complex. Now
Yeah.
having a house, my neighbors like meet and greet, like bought some of the stuff that I've made. Like they love our fucking house because my house is fucking super off the wall crazy with neon lights and pink and yellow and all sorts of wild shit. So
I bet, bro.
because yeah, the missus is like it's super eclectic. It's super crazy. And it's really funny though too, because like our house is like pink. Our entire like ambient lighting is like pink or yellow, and the colors and super crazy schemes, maximalist, 100% everything. And then I got my little dark corner in the basement, my machines and my big black wall of guns. And
Uh, alright, bro, I'm gonna take off. I'm getting tired already, sorry
I'm
for
sorry, man. I fucking talked to you all night.
Nah, I just feel under the weather, bro, like,
I hope you feel better, man. It's like
yeah, I'm good.
It's fucking
It's
that
just
time of year, especially here in
yeah.
Ohio. It's fucking getting into the 40s. So
No, yeah, for sure. That's why I'm like actually wearing a long sleeve and a sweater because it like the temperature already dropped last night. Well, these
damn.
last couple of weeks it started dropping. So now you know it's Cali weather. So and I live close to the beach, so then I get that beach breeze. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah,
So at
that's
night
definitely
it's very fresh, bro. But when it's hot, it's just hot too. But it's not bad. Like it's just very blue. That's the only issue. Like that's the issue that California has. It's super blue. The gun laws suck.
yeah. Yeah,
Everybody,
California is a fucking beautiful place, but completely fucked up by the people.
yeah, that's the facts. All right, man. I'm gonna take you off. Gonna tell the people bye, and then wait for me backstage. That way we could talk real quick
Hell
before we.
yeah, for sure.
All right, so thank you, bro. Again, all your stuff is down in the description, so make sure you guys go check them out. I know it's some of you guys say you check them out, but let the people know where they could find you, bro.
The only social media I have left is Instagram. I got kicked off of Twitter a while ago, and Facebook I gave up when my mom got it. So it's just the handle is at Zack Gerber. There's a bunch of YouTube videos and shit out there if you want to see what I do. I got a Thingiverse account and I got a fledgling Odyssey account that I'm going to be working on too. Doing my bike stuff, doing some other knickknacks and designs I come up with hopefully in the future. So I appreciate you, man. Thank you for letting me come on here. It was refreshing as shit. And thank you to everyone who's been welcoming as fuck and cool as shit and welcoming me into this community. So I appreciate you all.
Nah, bro, thank you. We appreciate you. All right, let me say bye, and then I'll head back. All right, guys, thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. We had a blast. Like the homie could talk. I wish I had more time, but it's about to be 2 hours. Nah, it's 1 hour and 32 minutes. But who's counting? Me. Thank you guys. Appreciate you, and I'll be on Tang's channel on Friday. I believe it's gonna be me and Durbin. So make sure you guys go check that out. It's for the JSD 2020 Invitational. Take care, guys. Thank you.